Right now where we're staying, but it's roughly somewhere on top there. One of the highest hotel rooms in the whole world. Whew. We're back in Kuala Lumpur, a city that I visit almost every year. And I have to say, it has changed, not in a big way, but today I want to take you along on what might be, hopefully, one of the most impressive hotels in the tallest building in all of Malaysia, and show you in general a little bit how this city is growing. Like right now we are in front of the TRX Business Center. I've seen it when there was really nothing around here much. A brand new mall opened up, the whole neighborhood is kind of growing. I love seeing cities that are evolving, that are growing. And the tallest building in all of Malaysia, Merdeka 118, the second tallest in the world. Let's find out if it's worth staying at, how it looks. I'm gonna show you around the TRX Mall in a little bit and maybe some other interesting parts of Kuala Lumpur. But first, let's check into the hotel. I've genuinely wanted to stay since I've seen the construction beginning. I was thinking there's probably gonna be a hotel in there. Let's see how it's gonna be. I'm excited. Good afternoon. Already pressed perfect. So the lobby is on the 75th floor. No stalker gallery.
The discs that you see over here, they are actually maps of Kuala Lumpur where we are at. So this
I can see that.
So at the tip of 118, we have an observation deck.
101st floor.
It looks a little bit like a corner room. I hope so. Ooh, very exciting. We're literally on 100th floor, like 500 plus meter in the air. Wow, wow, wow. So literally the thing I was hoping for is that we're gonna see the Petronas Towers from here, because we are in the tallest tower. I'm not sure which one is my favorite one, if it's the Petronas. That we're seeing from right here, and everything looks really small. It's crazy. Whew. Welcome to the Park Hyatt. A quick tour. I was actually not sure about how the view is gonna be, because we are literally right now in one of the highest hotel rooms in the whole world, no doubt about it. It's in the top 5. We're on the 101st floor, and sometimes when I saw pictures, it looked like everything looks so small and maybe things will be in the cloud, and I think actually rain is moving in right now, but the view is absolutely amazing. We see the Petronas Towers, we see the TV tower, we see the TRX exchange that actually last couple of days, that's where I stayed next to. The view is one of the best in the world, honestly, no doubt about it. To speak about the room, the layout of it feels so modern, yet at the same time very cozy. The light, the colors, kind of a little orange. Nice big bed. You have this corner with actually a little window that, especially when you stay there, like the TRX is peeking through it. Nice TV. Big table with, what do we have here? Let's take a look. That is very sweet. Danny Def, got a little bit of fruits. What is that? A tribute to Malaysia's rich culinary. Oh, let me lock it in for you. The hand-painted 3-tier triffin is thoughtfully created to reflect the tapestry of flavors passed down through generations. Okay, I get the idea. I see what's happening here. So we got some chocolates in there. You get the idea. Petronas Towers. And another, I would say, absolute highlight for me is just this entrance into the bathroom. You have these doors, nice wall art, just the lights, everything. Wow, very, very impressive, while at the same time feeling a bit cozy. Nice bathtub, and also even this entrance area with this bar. You got your own coffee machine, some nice coffee pods, little fridge. The light, everything, little details. Here is open pretty much wardrobe. Put all my stuff here. Can hang even your things, and of course a smart toilet. How else could it be? Already in use. Oop. And so over the next couple of days, I want to take you along really on the full experience as if you are with me. Gonna check out some of the restaurants. When we did the tour, I've actually haven't seen yet the gym and the pool, which I'm super excited about. I was doing a little bit of research about, well, the gym is on the 99th floor. We'll talk about that in a second. Maybe check out one or two of their bars. They have the highest rooftop bar in all of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur obviously as well. Well, what do you expect? It's the tallest building in the whole country and the second tallest in the world. So I'm hyped. Let's go. And it's really, really good actually. These things, I don't know the filling of it, but it's delicious. Oh, just because you're staying in a hotel like that doesn't mean you might want some seafood cup noodles. Wow, they know what's good. Got myself a little coffee. What we're actually seeing back there in the lobby area, that is the actual grid, the city grid of Kuala Lumpur. And well, from over here, we're seeing it also. This is a private dining area of the Cacao Mixology bar. I think I mentioned it before, the highest one in Kuala Lumpur. And what I really like about just over the last little while that I've been here is the fact that every area of the hotel has a bit of a different vibe and energy. Different music is playing, first of all. Oh, this one's so nice here. You see the Petronas Towers in the back. Here is obviously like classic, slow, instrumental. In the lobby area, there's actually some like a bit more like, wouldn't call the genre like rock or something, but a bit more casual. And also the light and everything. So the couple of different areas that they have, not sure if they're open in the morning. City, but I've just heard from the staff here that this is the first chocolate themed bar in Southeast Asia. They have some maybe in Japan. So basically you can get regular cocktails and you can get cocktails with chocolate infused, and they have their in-house made chocolate that you can choose from. So overall, very, very cozy vibe. Gonna have a little drink and then head to dinner. This is how it looks. Kombucha chocolate infused. Ooh, highest rooftop bar in Malaysia. Looks something like that. And from the chocolate, we can just take something there, or how does?
This is our chocolate table
Yep.
over here. We have a few varieties, but this would be the main show itself.
This thing here?
This
or?
thing here, it's
Oh
actually
wow,
chocolate. Most people think it's either wood or decoration.
Yeah.
Do you want to try?
Sure. So chocolate mountain here. We're excavating a dessert. Yep.
Why don't you guess how much it weighs? Like
My
the
guess,
full blood.
20 kilo?
You are spot on.
Thank you.
Actually, 20 kilos. There you go.
It looks heavy.
This is our highest percentage. It's 71%.
Very good.
Yeah. And not too bitter as well, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
There you go.
try. It's a little bit bitter, but it's good.
Like you ordered the cacao coffee martini. Actually. This
yeah.
is the chocolate that we're using for that drink. as
Nice. And it's all made in Malaysia or
Everything is made by our chefs over here.
in-house?
Yeah,
Everything
is
in-house.
in-house.
Nice. I have to tell you, coming in here, I'm like, a chocolate-infused drink. I'm not sure exactly if this is the chocolate part. Oh, wow. Chocolate here is crazy. Nice and fresh. And I have heard the chocolate espresso martini is pretty fire, yeah. This is much better than the other one. This is good. So, this is the cacao mixology and chocolate. Cool. So guys, I had some nice cocktails at the bar. Super moody, really nice vibe. Came to the Park Lounge. This is where we're gonna be having the breakfast tomorrow. I think that is gonna be exciting. But for now, honestly, super hungry. It's the first proper meal of the day and really a mix. Like this is truly Malaysia. We got some butter chicken, Indian food. We got some Chinese, some beef, Indian, Malay, and a burger. Gotta do it. Oh wow, cheese naan. See you tomorrow morning. Spend a good little bit of time inside of the hotel. Seriously, just went down from the 101st floor. The ears clog up nicely. And actually, we are, even though we are really in one of the most futuristic buildings in the world, in Kuala Lumpur, the Merdeka Tower, which actually means independence, it is actually in the part that is a bit more kind of Chinatown is very close by, the older parts, and actually I think soon, in the next, I'm not sure if this year or next year, a big mall is going to be opening around the Merdeka Tower, so that is going to be exciting. So the construction is slowly finalizing, and let's go for a little walk to probably Chinatown, I would say, is right here, and get a bit, wow. Been like pretty much for the last 24 hours inside of the tower, haven't seen it. When you're inside, you forget, it's just all the time high up, you get a nice view, but this building looks quite crazy. And so over here, what you really see is the new and old coming together. So we are in Chinatown right now. This is a very cozy corner, I would say. Have some nice cafes. Actually, many years ago, first time maybe I was in Kuala Lumpur, I remember passing by here. This was just a random construction site. And right now where we're staying, it's crazy to think about that, but it's roughly somewhere on top there. So I knew Chinatown is close by, but this street here, wow. Basically, the moment you step out, you walk down, and you're in the middle of Chinatown. This is Jalan Petaling, I think. It's basically like a market. Not my favorite one, to be honest, but the cafes, street food, and just the energy, such a huge contrast of second tallest building in the world, looks like an absolute beast, and under it, small, old Chinese houses. And yeah, so in that way it's actually really strategically positioned where, yeah, Petronas Towers area is nice. That's usually where I would stay. Bukit Bintang, the other busy area, but this is kind of like really raising this neighborhood of Kuala Lumpur to a completely new level, and I think a lot of other new things are slowly opening up around here, especially when the mall is going to open with the Merdeka 118. It's going to be an even bigger neighborhood, but this one's really famous for like these colorful houses. A lot of people come out to take photos here forever before this tower existed, and now obviously it's even more of a really vibrant neighborhood.
Oh yeah, inside. That would look nice.
It's actually quite interesting. I've never been all the way back here in Kuala Lumpur. Some type of little Chinese garden, pretty cute. Couple of cafes. So if I am in Kuala Lumpur after all, well, we do have to pass through, or I want to pass through a little bit through the center. This is right now Bukit Bintang, and over the years it's kind of like always like the most busy, most alive neighborhood. And even though, you know, obviously it kind of like doesn't change much in many ways, still you see like some new buildings pulling up in the background, some new condos. So basically in terms of kind of like things going on in the evening, definitely one of the best malls, the famous fountain here in the middle of it, and it's probably the busiest area, a little bit the Times Square of Kuala Lumpur. Right now for sunset, going for a little bit of a walk before I go back into my viewpoint home, really. But from the Merdeka, walk is not like the nicest, depends on the weather in the sense of it's always hot, but it's like we're always in the center, and from here you can actually easily walk to the towers. It does seem like there's always something happening here. Here's some kind of 3D printed sneakers. Wow. And music is buzzing. Not too excited about the 3D printed sneakers, but always feels nice and alive. I'm actually want to do a little bit of shopping because after Malaysia, I'm going to somewhere where the shopping is just not nearly as good. And so for that, it is one of the best places really in the world. So good morning. Heading to breakfast. Not too early, not too late. Usually I'm like at breakfast when they're closing. So today 9 a.m. Feeling good about that. Sun is rising. Good morning. Hello. Welcome. Thank you. So first of all, you have not too large, but nice and cozy, very aesthetic area where you can choose your own things. Little fruit bar, little condiments, nuts. Hello. Breads you can cut yourself over here. This is the park lounge. Might be having dinner here later on. I'll show you, but basically what they're doing is they're mostly, wow, the vanilla chiffon cake. What they're doing is basically having most things on order. So there is a breakfast menu where you can choose most of the stuff that you want. And a little bit of a few more options over here. Some glazed carrots. So everything looks obviously absolutely beautiful, but I would say the real magic happens back here in the kitchen where they cook things fresh for you. Very nice light on the 75th floor. And here, oh, here's my beetroot juice coming. So guys, got a local beef soup. This looks amazing. What can I say, guys? Things have escalated quickly. I've ordered pretty much the whole menu. Okay guys, we finally made it for me to show you the pool area. The light everywhere in the hotel is absolutely beautiful, but the lighting technology they use on the camera, it flickers a little bit. But basically, because it is such a new hotel, it is actually in the restaurants always busy. I'm not sure if we got lots of people exploring, but this is the second time I'm by the pool, and so far it's always very quiet and peaceful here. It is an infinity pool. You are seeing the Petronas Towers, the TV Tower, the TRX, basically pretty much all of Kuala Lumpur. I mentioned it before, because we're on the top of the building, we always get a 360. And actually I've been already swimming before. The water is really nice and warm, and I feel like because the building is high up, everything is air conditioned, it's kind of like quite cozy, very much of a wellness vibe. Their wellness area also in the corner is beautiful. In the chain, just take a look at this. Here in the corner, you got a nice whirlpool area, TV tower, where are they? Petronas Towers, and everything looks a bit closer than on the camera actually right now. We got the TRX and the infinity pool. So just from the perspective of if you stay here for a night or two, it doesn't feel like it. That is what it is. It is a pool inside of one of the highest viewpoints in the world. Second tallest tower, we are on the 99th floor. Definitely the highest pool in all of Malaysia, that is for sure. In terms of the world where it ranks, maybe somebody knows, you can let me know. And also, their gym, I would say like that. It's fully equipped, it has everything you might need. It's like medium size, but just from the fact again of how high you are up there. I've actually been doing my research on the height of gyms, and the one they have here, again, not sure about the tallest. I saw something in Hong Kong, maybe a hotel, but if it's not the tallest, it's the second tallest. It's high up there, it's crazy. All the time it feels a little bit surreal. It almost feels like you're inside of a simulation when you look at the view. So yeah, that is the pool area. For a little lunch, actually walked by here in the evening. It looks super cozy. This is the Merdeka grill. Having a bit of a lunch here. So super nice open grill area in the back. They're doing fish, obviously meat. Got the steak. Yep. Very good. Oh, these are the two main restaurants. And from what I'm hearing, when you look in the elevator, there's a 114th floor. And I'm like, what's that? They were like, I think even this year, they're opening up the highest restaurant in Malaysia, but not quite yet. So here in the lobby, obviously it's open to the public, both the lounge where the breakfast is, as well as this one. And yeah, you see really all of Kuala Lumpur, and it's kind of like around the lobby, the whole floor. It's like not that much space up here, but enough for a couple of restaurants, and you can basically walk around and you get a 360 of the city. So yeah, gonna be finishing the steak while it's hot. And right now in front of the TRX, I remember many years ago I was actually viewing an apartment here. It was under construction. I think it's this one. Most of the things are finishing up, lots is opening up, and it's crazy to see like just this amount of growth in a couple of years. Never been here before. It's pretty new. I think maybe it opened last year or something. And very nice, large, kind of like in some ways you could say fairly minimalist. But what I do notice, which is quite interesting, is like right now I bought some stuff at Uniqlo. And I remember being in Thailand, and in Thailand they offer like a tax-free that you can get at the airport, but the same shirt I checked there was close to $50. Here I paid $35, and there was not even a consumption tax on it on the bill, I think, if I'm not wrong. So, great place for shopping, and I think because of the fact that, yep, 0% tax on that. Because generally the gas is very available in Malaysia for that. Also the taxis are affordable. Those are kind of like the small factors that give a lot of reasons to visit the city. So yeah, beautiful mall, very modern in many ways. But I couldn't say it's my favorite one, but it's definitely worth visiting. A nice big bookstore. Well, and of course, as always, Apple is back at it again with an absolute architectural marvel. Like, you don't think much when you see the store from inside the mall, but then you see it has this kind of like huge column. Very nice. Not the sickest one I've seen, but high up there, top 10 probably. Very nice. 1, 2. Guys, good morning. Woo! We just got back from the gym. The caffeine is hitting. We're feeling good. As you maybe can tell, we got breakfast delivered to the room. Today doing a little bit something different. Got some nice fruits. Okay, cornflakes I don't eat. We got some coconut. Oh, no. I'm a bit of a sinner this morning. Beautiful beef soup and the food to stay hot. We made it into a hood. We got stored in here. And yes, dear sir, it is hot. I can feel it. We got a beautiful morning, and also it is checkout day. I'm gonna do my freaking long hair that I grew up over the last couple of 6 months, really. Probably longer, been growing out most of last year. Look like a freaking homeless guy. Or how do I look like? Tell me, how do I look like a mushroom? And then I'm late as always, Tarzan mode. Gonna be slinging to the airport, and let me wrap up this experience. Actually, I started the morning in the gym, in one of the highest, if not the highest gym in the world. It's hard to say. Like I think I mentioned before, I asked ChatGPT, maybe it's one in Hong Kong, but this one on the 99th floor was amazing. Quick workout, quick eat, quick packing. And then let me share with you my honest thought on the Park Hyatt. I think in some ways it is one of the best hotels in the world. In other ways, there's certain things to keep in mind. It was maybe a little bit different than I expected. Let's do the pros and cons, my honest opinion, at the end. And on the way to the airport, maybe in the airport we'll talk, we'll see. Because I might not have the time before. Let me eat. So for checkout.
Checking out too?
We are coming out, and I'm a little bit nerve-wracked. It is a Saturday after all. And I keep ordering multiple taxis. Got a nice Urus in the entrance. Well, you will today as well find out if I will make it on time out of Malaysia. But to wrap up a little bit this day. So first of all, extremely impressive structure that we have been living in for the past couple of days. Probably one of my favorite buildings in the world. It looks a little bit like aggressive almost, but not in a bad way, in a way of like it's very in the skyline. You always see it. It's the color, it's the shape. and it's called Merdeka. After its independence, there was actually a little magazine in the room that was talking about the whole thought process behind this building, and they're going to be opening up the stadium next to it, so it's very going to be a national landmark. It already is. It's just being finalized as we speak. And from the hotel, it was in some ways a bit more cozy than I expected, but it makes a lot of sense because you are at the very, very high up. There is no outdoor area. Like, you are on the 100th floor living. The lobby is nice, it's wide, it's spacious. All the restaurants have amazing views, but because again you're high up and the windows are kind of dimmed, it is more of the experience of being so high up, seeing a perspective you could never see in this city. And in the room, actually, I don't know if the windows there are kind of like less dimmed or whatever maybe, but the view there impressed me. It was much better than I expected, the room view. Because often, okay, so one of my taxis is arriving in 2 minutes, God bless. Let's cancel. Let's talk in the airport. Let me give you a full wrap up in the airport because I might miss my flight. Maybe we'll talk in the car. The car has arrived. Whew, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have
Bye-bye.
a good day.
You too. Hello. Looks like I will make the impossible possible today. I have arrived exactly 2 minutes, probably 1.5 minutes before check-in closes at the Sri Lankan check-in counter. I was pretty certain this is going to be the first time in my life that I'm going to miss my flight. I've never missed a flight, ever. I've been tight many times, but I've never been tight where it's like 1 minute before check-in closes, which is 60 minutes before departure. And I had to pee like I've never had to pee in my life. So I'm like, I have the tickets. I'm not sure if they're gonna let me in. I go do my business. Then I had to convince another nice lady who was like, you're late, I will rush. 55 minutes until departure. Even she let me through. Wow. Kuala Lumpur Airport, thank you for not being the first time I missed a flight in my life. And you understand, it has been hundreds of flights, in case you're new here by any chance, since 2017. I've been traveling, but even more so living around the world. Let's arrive, let's make it to my gate before we wrap up this year's Kuala experience. Our flights, I've heard about this thing in Malaysia. It's called Rimba. Let's take a look. Wait, do you have to pay or something or what? No. What? It's a little bit Singapore vibes. Have like a nice garden in the middle of the airport. Lovely. What I typically like to do is find a quiet corner somewhere in the airport, wrap up the experience a little bit in this energy of, you know, departure, airports. I feel like it's very thematic here on the channel in many ways. Well, not today. We're departing in 20 minutes. You will soon see to where. And obviously, to wrap up the hotel experience, it is one of the most unique in the world without a doubt. The hotel is very clean, very in many ways. It's about the fact, there we go. Yep, thank you. The hotel is all about the fact that you're basically living in the viewpoint. This is how I would summarize it. Service was fantastic, good gym, amazing pool. The view is like the most unique in Kuala Lumpur because it's the highest. But it's not like, you know, you have a frontal Petronas Towers or something like that. So from that perspective, it's probably also one of the most affordable global experiences to, like, you want to stay somewhere like in the Burj Khalifa or something, it's not going to happen. Yeah, this has been Kuala Lumpur for a couple of days. It's nice to see the city growing, the whole TRX area, the whole Merdeka area, which is still not fully finalized even. The stadium is going to open up. Alrighty guys, you get the idea. The most messy wrap-up history. I had a great couple of days in Kuala Lumpur. I will definitely be back. It is one of those airports you just happen to be passing through, and I love seeing how the city grows. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. They're speaking a language here. Join me on Instagram if you want to see where I am right now. And we're going to see each other very soon. Wow, this was a stressful morning.